Hello there, welcome back to France. Last time we messed around with Austria, messed around with a great deal. And right now we're currently having a nice little thing called a Regency Council that will last for a little bit over a year, potentially, but it should be fine. It's been a while since I played last, sadly, so I'll have to come back to this, figure out how I'm going to, handle things. We do have a new good idea group here that we can take. And the big question is what we should invest in here. We are actually kind of falling behind on military tech already, so I'm tempted to go something in the diplomacy tree here, potentially get a extra diplomat, some other things here, potentially. But I think we'll probably go military idea. I'll just leave it open for now, because we don't really need anything just yet. Potentially we might go innovative or religious to help ourselves out. Expansion could also be a good choice to increase the gains from the New World in terms of colonialism. But for now, we will sit back and wait. We do have some things we could potentially do, though. I'm tempted to wedge one Lucca here, but as you can see, all I really need is just to get out of Regency, so we can just hand Lucca in on Genoa and then get working from there. Yet, I have still not had a single collision, and as you can see, as the people aren't really worried at all, I basically am free to do whatever I want at the current time. So with that in mind, we'll probably also wage a war on Scandinavia here. Of course, England is prime target again due to their colonizing, shenanigans. Hopefully also my colonizers will start, colonizing on their own and help out. But we're definitely going after 13 colonies here, the English one, and we're going to hand it in, or place it in our 13 colonies, which means, or Floride, which means that I definitely need to send probably a fleet over there with 24,000 men. I would dare say. I think we are actually going to try and pick up some troops right now. But Scandinavia War is definitely coming up, so let's just move these guys to a little bit more central area. We're going to take this 24,000 man army and I think send it to New World for now. I'm a little bit concerned in New World because we do have forces here. We have 5,000 in Canada, we have the Florida army, we have the Antilles army. So in theory I should be fine here in not sending, anyone, but worst case scenario I'll just have to break off the colonization attempts and send troops up. But for now, as things are, we will just wait for basically here time to pass, get the Regency Council out of the way, and then we'll see what we'll do. We also do need to beat Austria's try and grow Croatia, of course, and the rest of the country here. We'll just have to see how we're going to pull that off, but Milan currently has allied with Poland, Burgundy, Lorraine and Galera. So I think we're going to again try and get another alliance with Milan sooner or later, because the Milan alliance will be a useful one, but right now we're out of diplomatic relations, so I'll have to wait. But yeah, I think Genoa will definitely be eating most likely Lucca in this next war, especially considering that they still don't have any allies, and the Pope also just went ahead and declared war on them. So I might have to consider here a war against the Pope, but as you can see, truce ends up in 82, so it's still a little bit too much time in between, but that shouldn't really be a worry for us, to be perfectly honest. We'll declare war when the Regency Council is over. Until then, I'll go ahead and just wait. Well, more or less just as I said that, we did get a new ruler here, Charles the 9th here. 114, we have a 153 as an heir. Now, neither of these guys are what you'd classify as good, so we're going to make a ruler out of, or a general out of a ruler. And Bohemia, Austria and Hungary are actually countries that I could potentially eat here, but Hungary is already a vassal, so we'll have to see if I can get this is interesting. I could potentially get Bohemia for free, I think, if I just work up a little bit. Bohemia has a 46-year-old guy with literally, he's old. Oldenburg, Milan, and Poland. That should be beatable. Let's just be perfectly honest. That is definitely beatable. So what we are going to do here is go full imperialism on these guys. We're not going to call in any allies. There's no need for that. And it's kind of worrisome that my only allies currently are Bohemia and Poland. I might have to consider making some changes there, but we'll figure that out soon enough. Heretics of Cumbria have been fixed. I'm a little bit unsure how I want to handle the Scandinavian approach here. In terms of claims, we have claims to basically most of Scandinavia. We should probably keep on fabricating some claims in Russia, make sure that we can get, well, basically everything we want in this next war. But I'm a little bit unsure just how much we're actually going to take. But yeah, I think Scandinavia's allies are Magdeburg, so we're going to declare war here on England. We're going to drag Scandinavia into it. And I think we're just going to go for a shock and awe strategy here. Just try and beat them down quickly and painlessly, if you will, and then work from there. So this is going to get interesting. Hopefully we can win it, but we should be able to do something like that pretty simply. Let's see here. As I said, I'm first going to convert the Orthodox provinces and then we'll work from there. For now, however, we'll just wait a couple of seconds to get the fleet into position, and then I'll go ahead and declare war here. And since we're probably going to beat the English first individually, pretty sure we'll be fine. Bohemia will not join because, well, defensive war, but Protestant fate, that kind of thing. Now, it's going to cost me 75 aggressive expansion anyway, so I can just go imperialism here, and it will basically be the same thing. And there we go. War has been declared. We're going to move 72,000 troops into... do I actually have to take the small land fort first? It looks like it. But as I said, we're going to move 74,000 troops into the area to wage war here. Going to put Charles in charge. The heir here is 13 years old, so Regency Castle wouldn't actually last that long at all, so it should be perfectly fine being the aggressive here. And I definitely should get myself a general, but again, this is one of those wars that I can win without having to worry too much about my losses, because again, losses here won't really matter too much in the long run. I'll be perfectly fine. This is hilarious. London is incredibly well protected, if you will. We have some Genoese pretender rebels too. That's a, well, I can just murder them for good measure. Now the Scandinavian battle here, we have actually lost an incredible amount of forces because I did another dump. Let's just say that I got a crossing penalty because I didn't, well, think. Are we actually going to lose this battle? No, we should be able to win it through basically sheer force. There we go. And I split up our forces a tiny bit. Do you know what? Let's send that one there, that one there, and keep the 18,000 men army in the capital for siege. And I'm going to aim here. Oh, you actually moved out. How neat of you. I'm going to aim to again capture the Scandinavian army on the other side here. It's just safer that way, and then I can siege the Scandinavian mainland, and then we can work from there. I actually lost one of these ships. Well, that's not too good. But still, I should be fine. I should be able to win. It seems like the fortress upgrades have been pretty harsh by my enemies here, because again, star forts, fort level -6, not being blockaded. Seems like I need 15 artillery. As you can see, I might have to actually start creating siege stacks. Basically, stacks purely for sieging. If this keeps up, which is actually rather likely. So I'll have to see just again how I want to handle this. But as things currently are, siege stacks seems to be the best option, especially since those fortresses are going to start popping up basically everywhere. So we'll have to see, but I'll deal with that when the time comes. Novgorod, we'll probably get a claim on that. And as I said, I think I'll take as much as I can in Lucca. Just hand it over to Genoa, and then we'll keep on working from there. Small one has fallen. Good. That means we can just go ahead and siege Skåne. Have these guys take Blekinge. Did I just see that the 13 colonies had occupied York? What? There's something about occupation, but I should probably pay better attention to where, because right now I might be in a tiny bit of trouble. But yeah, we're going to send these guys to blockade Stockholm to, well, help with the siege effort, if you will. And we'll see how that goes. I'm losing money, but again, it's not a big deal. Let's see here. Let's just merge them for now. So, as you can see, we have a +4 because I have... I will get a +5 soon or not. 4th level is -7 to progress. We have... Did I just blockade the wrong place? Stockholm? Yes, I did. Now Stockholm is blockaded. There we go. But yeah, capturing the Scandinavian army on Shetland is rather simple, so I don't have any worries there. But again, I do need probably a fleet just for... Going to leave the galleys there. We're going to send these 72 ships to basically blockade the English holdings. I'm basically just leaving them here for, well, keeping this army in check, if you will, more so than anything else. And let's see, how are we doing against the English Navy? We're not doing too shabbily, but we could have been doing better. There we go. And this should help, at the very least, a tiny bit with sieges, hopefully. But English troops are being built, and they're being quite annoying. In that sense, I should probably go ahead and, well, put that forth in motion. We can multiple that one, and I'm a little bit unsure where to go from here, to be perfectly honest. But for now, we'll keep on sieging and we'll see how this goes. I'm losing a lot of men in this war, which is partly to blame for my fault. I don't actually end up playing... Oh, this is going to interesting. Tradition is very important. That will last for about 10 years. Huh. Okay. I think we'll improve our existing army. It's just, it's 20 tradition. It's going to take a tremendous amount of time to actually get that. So I'll have to see just how that is going to affect me. Let's see, can I hand both of those over to Genoa? I can. I'll get a tiny bit of aggressive expansion. Well, 1 to 29. But again, I basically have 0, so it should be fine. And if the Pope annexes Siena here, then, well, I can use this to then beat on Popey here. The plan will be to take Siena, Umbria, and Urbino. I think actually fabricating claims on Umbria and Urbino will help me out a little bit. Dalmatia will be handed back to Croatia, of course, and then we'll work from there. It's going to be interesting to see just what kind of shape Austria is in. My truce with them ends in 83 here, as you can see. And if this war keeps on going for a lot longer, then beating Austria and taking Vienna will be a piece of cake. It will be taking candy from a baby. Quite literally. So, let's see here. How do I want to handle these Scandinavian forces? Yeah, I definitely need to learn to bring 6 stacks, it looks like. Seems like I need to bring probably create 2 or 3 6 stacks to have. Probably just 15,000, not 15, probably 5,000 regular men, 15,000 cannons. Should do. 16,000 cannons even. Attrition, things like that. I think I'm going to leave it here. I know not really too much has been happening, but I had a summer vacation, I haven't actually played too much, and as such I just need to take, after this episode I'm going to take a little bit of time, learn the mechanics again, get back into it, and then we can probably go back to getting this achievement done. Thank you for watching, please leave a comment, praise, criticism, anything you feel like, and I'll see you next time. Bye.